Moo man, look at here. How about some delicious collard greens? Down the hatch. What is going on, Cog Squad? Y'all, it is a gloomy, dreary day here on the homestead. Where'd you go? Oh, here you are. I was trying to look in through the little window I got on my camera, and I lost him there for a second. What's up, Moo man? How you doing, buddy? It's just one of those days that there's just, bleh, you know what I mean? It's the sun is completely gone for sure. It's extremely foggy this morning, and luckily it's not cold. It's cool because there's no sun out, but it's not cold by all means. So I'm thankful for that. But we do have some cold weather coming in the next, I don't know, 7 days from now. But today is nasty. And we're gonna have, it's gonna be like this all day, but we got some heavy rain coming later on this morning and pretty much the rest of the day. It's gonna be a wet one, ain't it, buddy? But it is just bleh. But I'm not gonna let this bleh ruin my day. You know what I mean? Just not gonna do it. We're not gonna let it mess our day up, are we, Moo man? No sirree, Bob, we are not. So on days like this, you know, it's kind of just, you know, there's not much we can do outside. We bought our winter rye to plant in the areas where the winter ryegrass is kind of washed away, and y'all remember we gathered up all that hay, and we're going to put that over the winter rye. But today is not that day. For one, it is wet and it's muddy, and driving the tractor over places where it don't need to be just make things worse. There were some people asking or suggesting that the old hay that we got out of Moody's pasture, why wouldn't we add this to the compost pile instead of spreading it out in this area here to help our ryegrass come up and to help with wash? Why wouldn't we compost this? Well, here's the reason why I'm too nervous and a little scared to put this in my compost pile. And that is because I don't know what they put on this pasture for this hay. I just don't know, actually. So I'm worried about cross-contamination in my compost. Now, there's a lot of people that suggest that those chemicals will eventually go away over time and that it's safe to compost, but I'm just a little worried about it. I really am. I'm scared that this has been sprayed with an herbicide, and I go to compost this and it breaks down, and that residual is still in my compost, and I put it on my garden, and somehow or another it hinders my garden. But I will tell you what we have done. We did it yesterday, and that is we've been using the stew out of that rake we got, y'all. Oh my gracious. So yesterday I actually got on the tractor with Brooke's permission and I raked the fruit orchard. Remember me saying I wanted to use the rake for the fruit orchard? It worked awesome, y'all. Moody, you want a horse treat, buddy? They're safe for cows. Yeah. How about two? You a big boy. You want one top? Here you go, buddy. Come on, man. Don't eat his. Come on, get you one of these. There you go. But yeah, y'all, it worked awesome. And then behind our house, it's been a total mess back there. I mean, just where, you know, where we had that land cleared for the house, and there were some old trees there, and we left the ones that were good, and it was just a lot of limbs and just, I don't want to use the word trash because it wasn't trash. You know, you think of the word trash, you think of like, you know, paper and that kind of stuff. It wasn't that at all. It was just limbs and rocks, and I was running the rake through there, cleaning it all up, and Brooke was coming behind me on the lawnmower and was cutting because a lot of weeds had started growing up, and we got a good bit of it done. But we just ran out of time, and today would have been a perfect day to finish that up and get this ryegrass, because we want to put ryegrass behind the house. It's not going to work out like that. But hey, no sense of pouting over things that are out of our control. Ain't that right? That's what Moody tells me all the time. All right, Moody, let's get you fed, buddy, and the rest of the gang. And I want to tell you guys what I got planned for today. I can't stay outside, right, buddy? No, it's not gonna work. So I got an idea, and let me feed these guys and I tell you about it. Come on, fellas. Y'all gotta watch my doop-de-doop move here. I gotta give Moody the old trickarooski here because I've got him a new black bowl here that I didn't know we had, and it's working out great. And so to get his food in there, I gotta take this bucket and pour it in there, and he's antsy, you know, he's not a patient bovine. So I gotta give him a little trickaroo, so watch this. All right, buddy, come on, let's go. Come on, let's go. Woo, got you. Nope, see, he's getting faster on me. He knows. Here you go, buddy. He's getting slick, he's getting smart. Who said cattle wasn't smart? Because he's sure figuring that out. It was being easier than that, but Moody's a smart man, ain't he, Top? Yeah, he is. He's getting smart on me. The good thing about the rain is, of course, we need it. The garden needs it. The pastures need it. The trees, everybody, we all need it. But also, you know, we planted that winter ryegrass in here and next door over there in Nugget and Alarm Systems pasture. So this should help it get kick-started and start coming on up. Come on, buddy. Come on. There you go, Top. So we're thinking we may have missed the window of opportunity of putting Fifi in here with Joe because she's no longer acting like she's in heat anymore. It's a very, very short window. And we really hadn't had plans on doing it anyways. Joe, you gotta let me in here. I gotta get in here to feed you. Joe. He is worse than Moody, I tell y'all the truth. Worse than Moody. So we really hadn't planned on putting Fifi in there with Joe. So we missed that. I'm pretty sure we missed that window there. We'll just keep watching it and see what happens. If we see another opportunity arises, we may go ahead and move her in there for a day or two and see what happens. Have you ever come up with an idea that was so simple, that was standing in there, just standing there right in your face, and something that you should have thought about months ago or whenever, just something so simple, the perfect solution, just staring at you. And for some reason, whether it's you're busy or your mind's going 100 miles an hour, or you tend to overcomplicate things sometimes, or just life in general, that you just miss it. Yeah, that is that's something that has just happened to me, that occurred to me yesterday. And I was like, why in the world have I not thought of this yet? It's just crazy. And I'm sure everybody's done that. It's not just me. And that is lettuce. Let's just talk about lettuce real quick. All right, so lettuce is a vegetable or green leafy plant that we can grow here in central Alabama in the fall, winter, and early spring, because it tends to bolt on us in our hot summers. So I got a flat here of, I got some arugula, I got some Scyphus butterhead, and I got some Harmony butterhead. This is my lettuce. And my original plan was to plant that out in our big garden out there, which by the way is still doing fabulous. We're cutting greens about every 3 days out there. We haven't had a chance to actually freeze dry any yet because we've been eating them all. But me and Brooke have been talking about it, and that's something that we're going to do pretty soon is try freeze drying some greens and see how that goes. But the lettuce, so I was going to plant it out there, the arugula. But what would happen is like coming up, and I looked at the 10-day forecast, we got a day that's going to drop to 27. And I say a day. What happens is at nights we'll have cooler temperatures at night, like, you know, everybody else does because the sun's not out. But come morning time, you know, the temperature will gradually come back up, and usually by 10 or lunch, we're in the 40s. That's our general weather here. So if it gets to that 27 mark, there's a chance that it will kill our arugula or lettuce or anything like that. So I'd have to come out here and cover it. But I don't know why I didn't think of this before, y'all, because I would have been done this. It's crazy. And that is, why don't I just grow my lettuce in my wonderful grower solution greenhouse in my awesome green stalk planters? I mean, that's crazy. I don't know why I haven't thought of that before. And I feel ridiculous of not thinking about it. But, you know, better late than never, right? No sense of beating myself up over it. But yeah, I got several green stalk planters. Right now the main thing is do I have enough potting soil, or do we have to run and go get some? I'll go look and see. I know I got a few bags, but I'm like, duh, why didn't I think of that? And today being so nasty outside, I can't do much outside. So why don't I set up some green stalk planters and get this lettuce in here? And guess what? I got several green stalk planters. I can start my succession planting, right? So I can start some more lettuce seeds and keep this thing rolling throughout the entire winter months without me having to worry about my lettuce getting bit, or worse, not making it at all. So yeah, this is like a big, huge light bulb moment for me. And still, I don't know why I didn't think of that before. Just boop. We are going to plant our green stalk planters, and then we are going to start some more lettuce seeds. And this is pretty exciting for me. And it's just, I'm super stoked about this. Can't believe I didn't think of that before. Just, Let me go show you guys the garden real quick, because I want you to see how amazing it's doing and how easy it is to grow your own food. All right. I want to come out here and look. And I'm telling y'all, we are cutting this stuff about every 3 to 4 days, and look how it just keeps coming back. The all-top turnips, look at here. Look at our collard greens. And then y'all look at this. I mean, it just keeps on giving. I think, y'all, we may be fixing to harvest some Swiss chard. Look how beautiful that is. Wow. Let's check our broccoli. And I know what's happening is we've had super moderate temperatures here. Super moderate temperatures. Look at there. That is our first broccoli head showing up. Wow. Super. We've had back-to-back days in the 80 was the high. Crazy for December. Look. Yes. So I will have to watch these guys. That one cool night, I don't know if it's going to hurt our heads that are coming up there or not, because they're so young and tender. So I have to watch that. Look at the kohlrabi. Look at that. Isn't that awesome? We will be harvesting some kohlrabi fairly soon, y'all. All right, let's check our purple. Our purple's starting to make a little head there, y'all. It's starting to make that little bulb. Yeah, there we go. There we go. So evidently the purple is a little bit slower than the white. This is our cauliflower. Let's see what we're looking like here on the cauliflower. I don't see any cauliflower heads, just the broccoli for now. It looked like it was green magic broccoli. The Godzilla broccoli wasn't showing any signs. And I don't see anything in the cauliflower right now. That warmer weather has made the weeds just jump up big time on us here. But our onions, look at our elephant garlic. Look at it, it's looking very, very, very wonderful. Our onions are looking wonderful. Here are the Hercules carrots, which are starting to come on, but not like the Envy or the Purple Majestic. They're, the Hercules is a little bit slower than those two varieties. So everything is going lovely out in the garden. I'm going to use the 6-cell 7-tier green stalk planter. Now, the black one is the Coghill Farm Edition. So a lot of times I will reuse my potting soil. And what I'll do is I'll mix it with some new potting soil, or if you have some really good compost, you can mix that with it, because the potting soil will get stale on you, and whatever nutrients were in there just get flushed out. So, you know, you can reuse it, but I wouldn't reuse the same potting soil over and over and over and over and over and over again without adding something else to it. So these right here, I had herbs planted in the summertime, if you guys remember. So what happened is those herb roots just took over this whole area. So when I got the herbs out, it took the whole mass with it. So that's why these are empty, and why I'm gonna have to refill these guys up with some new potting soil. So if you guys are interested in a green stalk planter, I'll put a link down below with our promo code, but also just remember to always go to our website, coghillfarm.com. All the companies and products that we love and trust are on our website, along with the promo codes. It's all there. So if you're ever curious about something we use, like green stalk planters or our grower solution greenhouse or Hoss tools, it's all on our website, and it'll take you where you need to go, and the promo codes are there as well. And as always, if you guys ever use any of our links to a company that we love and trust, then we'll get a small commission at no extra cost to you guys whatsoever, and it does help our channel and farm out a lot. Now, I got to figure out how much potting soil do I need and how much potting soil I have. Hopefully I have enough. If not, we'll just run to town and go pick up some. All right, so I ended up finding enough soil, and like I told you guys earlier, it's okay to reuse old potting soil, but you got to keep it fresh so you can add other stuff to it. So I found I got this much old potting soil, and I got this much more, but we're going to incorporate some new potting soil, like this organic from MaryCarl in with this when we put them in these planters, and that way the soil won't be stale. All right, so we just do start filling them up.
Okay. I see a coffee can right behind you that would work well.
And got this too.
Okay, if you want to hand me the coffee can. A little bit more of the good stuff?
Yeah.
We're not going to plant them until we get it all put together, right?
That's correct. Well, that's what I like doing, because I don't want to take a chance of picking
Squishing
one of
your
these
plants.
up and squishing the plant by accident. So, and for those who may not know how a green stalk planter works, this one is a 7-tier. Yeah, this one's 7 tiers. So the way the green stalk planter works, if some of you guys don't know, is that it has a little watering holding pan here that's got holes in it, and then the next tier will go on top, sort of like that, and then you'll do the repeat 7 times. This is a 7-tier one, and then you'll fill it in or fill it up with water at the top, and then it waters itself all the way down. So it's a really, really great concept that we've been using for years now. All right, well, I need to leave that in there, and this will be tier number 1. So what we're planting in here is arugula and Skyphus butterhead and harmony butterhead.
They real tender?
Some of them are. And this is the arugula, which I love. They got good roots. They're gonna really go now. They're out of these little cells.
Oh yeah, they're just wanting to bust out and expand.
And plus, usually seed starting to mix is sterile, so you end up having to give them a liquid fertilizer while they're growing in here because they don't have nothing to eat. In here they will. This is a pot and mix. Usually pot and mix has some type of fertilizer mixed in, depending on what kind you get. And then of course we'll fertilize them with a liquid fertilizer.
How long do you anticipate it'll take for this to be to where you can actually cut off of it?
Probably a couple of weeks.
Couple of weeks.
Yeah. If I'd have got them in there sooner, if I'd have thought about this sooner, we'd have been ahead of the game, but I didn't. So it is done, y'all. Got it all planted up. And so in a few weeks, we should be harvesting some greens, some lettuces. And so I'm fixing to water it on in because I want these cells to be moist. Like anything else, you want to keep it moist. I don't want this to dry completely out, but I don't want it saturated either. And after I get this watered in and get the soil completely moist, I'm gonna come back and add just a good organic liquid fertilizer. Now this is one that comes from Greenstalk. Typically they will give you a bottle of this when you get a Greenstalk planter, but this is a Fox Farm 644 liquid fertilizer. You can add Osmocote or slow release fertilizer to this. Hoss makes one that I'm actually almost out of, and this is the Hoss organic fertilizer, which is basically chicken manure is what it is, and it's slow release. It's a 543, so you could actually add some of this to it as well. But let's get this thing watered in, and then we're gonna go pick some greens and make the best of this gloomy day out here on the farm. You could actually put the liquid fertilizer in this top section as well if you wanted to. And as always with any of these type of tiered self-watering systems like this, if you see a cell that's dry, you can actually just water the individual cells. You don't have to do it all from here, because a lot of times what happens is it's like the bottom 2 or 3 cells or sections will stay more moist than the upper section. So instead of watering the whole thing, you can just water, you know, one section, one cell at a time. Oh my gracious, look at these beautiful collard greens. Man, they're gorgeous.
Look how many I got cut.
I know it, that is awesome. Oh, they're so beautiful. And what's your plan with these?
Well, I found a recipe. It's a Martha Stewart recipe. And it's for, gosh, I know I'm not saying it right.
It's okay.
Minestrone soup.
Yeah.
And it calls for a pound of collard greens, which a pound is a good many.
Yeah, because they're not very heavy.
They're not very heavy. So I'm going to fill this up, and anything I have left, of course, we'll eat as well.
Right.
But that's the plan. And if it works out, we'll try to share the recipe.
That'll work. Also, be thinking about a good stir fry recipe, because our Swiss chard is going to be ready.
All right.
We better use it this week or upcoming week. And look, I want to show you something real quick. Come over here and look. Right there. That's the green magic broccoli.
All right.
Yeah. Isn't that awesome?
That is awesome. Wow. All right, I'm going with this.
Okay,
I think
sounds
this
good.
looks wonderful.
Sounds good to me. And these are the ones
Yeah, I'm just gonna leave those.
I'm gonna give on the Moo Man.
Here's another one.
He loves them. He's over here by us. Hey, let's go give him some of these collard greens real quick, because he absolutely loves them. Uh-oh, got a wind blew our tarp off right there. We need to get that back on there. Watch him look up. Watch this. Moody! Oh, I got something for you, buddy. I got something for you. Come here, buddy. Moo Man. Look at here. How about some delicious collard greens? Down the hatch. You and Topper stay dry when that rain comes in, buddy. All right? The rain is here. I knew it wouldn't be long. It was gonna show up sooner than later. Sooner than later, it was gonna show up. So since we got our lettuce planted in the green stalks, we're gonna plant some more lettuce. And by the time we harvest those, these will be ready to go in. And since that green stalk only holds 36 plants, I got two 48 cell trays. So that'll give me some extra in case some don't come up or germinate. And we're gonna plant some coastal star romaine, which I've had extremely great luck with, and cow shot romaine, which I've also had extremely great luck with. And what's great about these particular lettuce seeds from Hoss, they are pelleted. And I've talked about this before in the past, but if you don't know what a pelleted seed is, lettuce seeds are very, very small. And so what some companies will do is they'll make those seeds pelleted and they'll put a clay coating around it. And therefore it makes the seed way easier to manage. I love pelleted seeds. Now there are some people that claim that they don't germinate as well, but honestly I have not had an issue with pelleted seeds at all. All right, coastal star. The rain's starting to slack off. I can get it watered in. I typically like to water mine prior, and I was fixing to go out there and go cut the water hose on, and the rain started coming down pretty good on us, but that's okay. We will get them done. Again, these are pelleted seeds, you can see. All right. Two more lettuces that we're gonna grow is the Tiahama and also the Starfighter. Both these are really great. Starfighter is one of my favorites. Again, both these are pelleted seeds, which make it so easy to plant, especially in these seed trays. And I have several green stalk planters, and I want to utilize every one of them. So this is going to work out fabulous.
I've got nothing left, and the moon's in dead, while the sun's sitting on its side. I'm not sure if time could ever cure this mind. As you're fading out of sight, you're just a star out my